We have a couple of big news stories today to talk about. Justin Marks, of course, we knew this, but he was planning on starting his own NASCAR Cup Series team. Of course, you remember Justin Marks used to drive in the Xfinity Series, won a race at, I think it was Road America or Mid-Ohio, I can't remember, but it was raining and he did really good in the rain. That's all I remember. But a former driver wanted to start a Cup team. He has done that, and he has finalized. They got a team name. It's called Trackhouse Racing, and they have a driver and they have a number. That driver will be Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez, of course. If you remember, he's been about everywhere in his career. He started out in the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing after Carl Edwards retired, and then he eventually left or got booted out for Truex, and then went to the 41 car at Stewart-Haas Racing. Was booted out after a year there for Cole Custer, and then went to Gaunt Brothers Racing and has been there this year. And then, of course, a couple weeks ago, Suarez announced that him and Gaunt Brothers Racing would be parting ways at the end of the 2020 season. So they would both be going their separate ways, looking for new opportunities. For Suarez, a new team, Gaunt Brothers Racing, a new driver. Suarez has found his team, Justin Marks' new team, Trackhouse Racing. And the number will be 99. That's right, Carl Edwards' old number. We haven't seen that since, I want to say, 2014. I think that was the last time Edwards was at Roush Fenway Racing, when he was in the 99 car. So we have not seen the 99 since then, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously the 99 very much associated with Carl Edwards, at least recently. I think Jeff Burton used to be in the 99 car, but at least recently it's been Carl Edwards. So it'll be nice to see the 99 back on track. But here's some information on that team, Trackhouse Racing. Here's their logo. You can see it over my face. But as I said, Justin Marks is the owner, I believe. I don't know if there's another owner, but they will have an alliance and be embedded with RCR for 2021. So they will be a Chevrolet team. They are leasing the charter, I believe, from, yes, Spire Motorsports. So Spire, I think, has two, and then they got the third from Levine Family Racing, who will be shutting down at the end of the year. And then they are going to lease that third charter that they have, the 77 charter, to the team, the new team, the Trackhouse Racing team. So that's going to be, that's what they're going to do. Spire bought the extra charter from Levine Family Racing. And then they had three, so they said, let's give up one, or let's lease one to this new team, which is going to be Trackhouse Racing, Trackhouse Motorsports, whatever it's called. Justin Marks' new team with Daniel Suarez, so that's where they're getting that charter from. That's going to allow them to run races, to run the full schedule next year, or to be eligible. So what it's going to be, I said RCR is there's going to be an alliance with RCR. According to Bob Pockris, it says that RCR is still going to build its race cars. The only part of collaboration is with the engines. With the recent announcement that I didn't talk about this, but RCR and Hendrick announced that they would be working a little bit closer together to help Chevrolet as a whole. I think it's like with engine and stuff, just to kind of help both teams do better. Chevy over the past couple years has been struggling compared to Toyota and Ford. Even this year it's been a step up from the past couple years. They have wins with multiple drivers. They won on different types of tracks, whereas last year and the year before they only had 3 or 4 wins. This year they have 5 or 6 with 4 or 5 different drivers. So Chevrolet's definitely improved this year, but they're not to where they could be. Remember back in the day when Hendrick Motorsports was dominating, they had 15 wins as themselves, and then RCR DEI would have a couple wins on top of that. So Chevrolet definitely not what it once was, trying to improve that. But this Justin Marks team, this Trackhouse team, I think being aligned with RCR is definitely going to help them out, obviously. But I don't know how competitive they're going to be. I don't know how much help they're getting from RCR. I don't know if they're going to be right off the bat really good, or if they're going to be a bottom 30th to 40th place team. I really don't know how good this team is going to be. As for sponsors, crew chief, all that, I still don't know. It's still TBD. All I know is that Justin Marks owns the team. The number's going to be 99. It's going to be a Chevrolet. teamed up with RCR or alliance with RCR, and that Daniel Suarez will be driving the number 99. So Daniel Suarez, in his 4 years of Cup Series racing, has already or will have been driving for all 3 manufacturers. Remember, he started out in a Toyota, moved to Ford when he went to Trackhouse Racing, and he's back in a Toyota this year, but next year he will be in a Chevrolet. So he will have raced all 3 manufacturers in 4 or 5 years. So here's what Spire had to say on it. Here's the quote. Spire Motorsports has secured a 3rd NASCAR charter and will lease a charter to Justin Marks and his organization, Trackhouse, as they endeavor to compete in the NASCAR Cup Series next season. Spire currently remains committed to operating a 2-car team in 2021. We've worked closely with Justin and his team for several years, so we're proud to help them get their program off the ground. There you go. There's the quote from Spire Motorsports. As for everything else, I really don't know. That's all I do know is that they're going to be aligned with RCR, as I said. We heard about this. This obviously isn't as big as the as big of a deal name-wise as the Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin deal. But I'm interested to see how it goes. I really don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how much money's invested into this team. I don't know how close the alliance is with RCR. I don't know how much help they're going to give them with the engines, that kind of thing. So I think it'll be interesting to see. I think it's going to be an opportunity for Daniel Suarez, better than Gaunt Brothers, I hope. But I'm really interested to see how that team does. Let's go to the next news, which is Hailie Deegan will be driving in the Truck Series at Kansas. Here is a short video of her announcing it.
What's up, guys? So I'm super excited to announce that I'm going to be running the truck race at Kansas Speedway, and Ford will be the title of my truck for this race. But honestly, I wasn't even really planning on running trucks this year, but in order for me to qualify for the races I want to run in the future, I have to run this race. So it's definitely going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. I think our goal is just to finish the race. But at the end of the day, we're still trying to finalize our 2021 plans, so stay tuned for those. Thank you for all the love and support also.
Hailie Deegan will be in the Truck Series at Kansas in her first career start. Obviously, Hailie Deegan, very much talked about, young driver, currently in the ARCA Series. And I really don't know much about the ARCA Series. Apparently, she's like 3rd or 4th in the points, I think. But she's like only 3 of 5 or 6 full-time drivers. So I really don't know how good she is. First truck race, I'm not going to go out. I really don't have the it's your first truck start. She'll be running in a truck race as a Ford developmental driver. I don't know what team it's going to be, but I don't think she'll win. Top 10, it's tough to say. But if I had to guess, it's her first truck race. As she said, she just wants to finish. So I don't expect her to win for sure, but that's a big first step in your career to go up to the Truck Series, the 3 major giant series. To get your first start there is a big deal. So obviously hoping she's successful, but it's tough to say how good she's going to do in this first race. Don't hold your expectations super high for her first career start in the Truck Series. And then what's it mean for her future? If she does run decent here, if she gets a top 15 maybe, leads a couple laps, maybe they pull some strategy at late race and get in the top 10. I don't know, but how well can they do, and what can it do for her future? Can she get a full-time Truck Series right next year? What is it going to do for her in the future? I don't know, but yeah, that was just some big news today. So yeah, obviously Justin Marks, we knew he was making a team. We didn't know anything about it. We didn't know the manufacturer, driver, sponsors, crew chief. Some of that we still don't know, but we did get some major news. We got the car number, 99, and we got the driver, Daniel Suarez, and then obviously Hailie Deegan of the trucks. More specifics from the Trackhouse deal, obviously, that I talked about. So that's all the news I got today. I really don't know what else to say on that. That's just my thoughts. That's some of the facts, some of my thoughts. So let me know what you think. How do you think Daniel Suarez and this Justin Marks team will do? How do you think Hailie Deegan will do in her first ever truck start? And then also what could it lead to in her future? And then also just what you think of maybe the RCR Alliance. How well could that benefit the Justin Marks team? So yeah, that's all I got for today. Any other breaking news, obviously. As for tomorrow, as I said, breaking news, maybe a live stream. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, and all that stuff.